This is Crystal Arensdorf, and she has been missing since July 4th, 2001. She is missing from Dubuque, Iowa, and was last seen at a bar on Central Avenue in Dubuque. We are coming up on the 21st anniversary of her disappearance, and her family still have not gotten any answers as to what happened to her. She was just 20 years old when she went missing, and she was last seen around 2 a.m. on the day of her disappearance at that bar that I mentioned. She had gone to the bar that evening with her friends and tried to find a ride to East Dubuque. Now the thing is, no one saw her leave the bar that night. And even more suspiciously, she left behind her car, her keys, and her money. And she did not show up for work in the morning. The bartender who was working the night that she disappeared actually pled guilty in May 2002 for serving alcohol to a minor. As you remember, Crystal was only 20 years old when she went missing. And he also told authorities that he and Crystal had made plans to share a cab together to East Dubuque after her friends had left the bar. But at some point in the evening, their plans changed. And he says that he did not leave with Crystal. This bartender has never been charged in connection with her disappearance. There were two brothers at the bar that night, the same night as Crystal, named Stephen and David Peacock. These brothers were questioned several times in connection with Crystal's disappearance. The brothers did agree to take a polygraph exam, and authorities seized and searched David Peacock's vehicle, but they still have never been charged in connection with Crystal's disappearance. However, in June of 2015, Cold Case Iowa received an anonymous tip saying that David Peacock was not using his own vehicle the night that Crystal disappeared, and that he had actually borrowed his sister's pickup truck. Cold Cases Iowa forwarded this tip to the Dubuque Police Department, but what has come from that tip is unknown. They haven't released that information. Her family say this is definitely not a runaway situation. Crystal would have never just up and left without telling anybody, especially because she left behind her money. Her disappearance is listed as endangered/physical. Last year, for the 20th anniversary of her disappearance, investigators told the media that this was still very much an active case and that they are following every single lead that comes in. Investigators also added that they do believe that this is a case that can and will be solved. At the time of Crystal's disappearance, she was about 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighed about 115 pounds, with blonde hair and brown eyes. But she was wearing blue contact lenses. She was also wearing a white polo shirt, tan shorts, and black sandals, a gold chain necklace with an opal pendant, an opal ring, and a toe ring. Her ears are double pierced. In October of 2001, police were able to eliminate Crystal's boyfriend as a possible suspect.